think everybody, we need a minute of applause. Okay, that's enough. We have just seen one of the greatest UCL games ever. Ever. The drama, the golazos, the ever-changing moments of euphoria for Inter, despair for Barca, euphoria for Barca, despair for Inter. If you're neutral and you were watching this game, I mean, you had your eyes glued to the TV. I mean, glued. Like it was Revenge of the Sith Star Wars film. You were just so at your seat, waiting for the next moment of magic or just some drama out there. Inter and Barca provided that today. People can say what they want about football nowadays and being so robotic, this and that sort of nonsense. But we saw absolute just cinema here. This was prime. Get the popcorn, get whatever beverage you wanted, and you just sit down and you watch 90 minutes of a toe-to-toe battle. Maybe people yesterday, some of you guys commented on my video talking about Arsenal and PSG going like toe-to-toe with each other. This game was toe-to-toe. What Inter did and what they didn't do so well can be highlighted. And Barca are just Barca at this point. They're going to score the goals. They're going to concede the goals. And it's a matter of, will they come out on top? Will they score more goals than the opposition? Whereas Inter right now, what is that now? 6 goals in their last 3 games in the UCL. So defensively, they're not looking the strongest. I think Pavard is a big miss. DiMarco, really a liability. What's one word you would describe this game, people? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below if you're watching on replay. And give your thoughts in the chat right now. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I had no time to pre-record. I'm on holiday, people, so I didn't have enough time to edit it. I just thought, let's just talk with everybody. Let's talk about game of football that we can all admire, and that's this game right here. Shout out to SSB, shout out to Zane, shout out to Angel Bautista, all in the chat right now. You know, it's like 30 seconds into the game, and you're like, wait, Marcus Thuram just did that? Marcus Thuram just did that. If you follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, people, I said Dumfries coming back is a big deal. Darmian is a decent fullback. Maybe he would be better as a right center back because he's defensively quite solid. But Dumfries, he was giving you the 2 flex, people. Going forward, defensively, Dumfries. That might be Dumfries' best game ever. I have never seen him play that well defensively, but also going forward. I absolutely loved it. That was prime Denzel Dumfries. If a modern day fullback, and especially if you're playing wingback in a 5-back formation, watch Dumfries this matchup. His crossing was elite, goal scoring from set pieces, and I thought defensively he did a great job. Even though Yera Martin didn't go forward, and we'll talk about Yera Martin in a moment. I just thought 30 seconds into the game, Kunde makes a mistake, out to Dumfries, cross into Marcus Thuram, and que golazo de Marcus Thuram. No look back heel goal. Are you kidding me? In this moment of the UCL to do that? Wow. I mean, what a goal from Marcus Thuram. And I was like, okay, how do Barcelona respond now? They have been such a resolute team this year. Always coming back. But how would they do it this time around? Well, they showed out. Barcelona showed out. However, Inter did get that second goal. Once Inter got that second goal, I was like, oh no, this is not looking great. Not looking great whatsoever. Dumfries, set piece, corner, bust, kick goal. 2-0. I thought, okay, Inter, if you get into a 2-0 lead, you cannot bottle this. They haven't been the best defensively in recent weeks. Giving up 3 to Milan, obviously goal to AS Roma, goal to Bologna. They haven't been the best defensively. But I thought, okay, Inter, you're a 2-0 lead. You can't bottle this result. Surely not. Surely. But there is a kid. There is a 17-year-old, people, that he might be the best teenager we have ever seen in football. I don't want to accept it because I just think it's crazy, but I think we honestly have to say that Lamine Yamal is the best teenager we have ever seen in football. What he is doing on a, I don't care, some stats and some social media pages tweeted out, oh, he's only got one goal in his last like 15, 16 games. I'm like, bro, shut the F up, first off. Two, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you score against Leganes to Sevilla, who are garbage nowadays. I don't care. What we always want to see from the best footballers, the Messis, the Cristianos, the Zidanes, you name an R9, will you show up in the biggest moments possible? Those are those legacy defining games. Nobody will remember you scoring a hat trick against Leganes. No. What they will remember is if you score a goal in the semifinal of a Euro. That changed the total complexion of the game. Lamine Yamal did that against France. Absurd goal. When Spain were 1-0 down in the matchup. And today, the way he terrorized, stir-fried, barbecued, fried up Di Marco in that first half. Yo, that ain't OnlyFans content. That isn't. That's more than OnlyFans content. That is Lamine Yamal. The way he just went past Di Marco, went past Mkhitaryan, and to slot it to the top left corner off the post. It's exactly the similar goal he scored against France. Only this time, the France goal was more down central. This time around, he just took it from the right side, went past Mkhitaryan and Di Marco, and he was so good. That was one of the best halves I've seen from a footballer in quite some time. The way he just took the game by himself, because Rafinha was offering nothing down the left side. Ferran Torres, I thought Dani Olmo today, a little bit average. Lamine Yamal just said, give me the ball, and I'm going to start this comeback. He started the comeback. He even almost gave an assist to Ferran Torres, even though Ferran Torres really should have put it into the back of the net. And then Barca got the momentum. You saw then Montjuic woke up. All of the Barca players, they woke up. They could now smell that they could take the game to Inter. They got the second goal. Ferran Torres, I feel like Acerbi was really sleeping at the back or in the middle there. I mean, he saw Ferran Torres. He thought, no, the ball's not going to come to Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres, very good off-ball movement. And he's actually been, I thought, really good recently, Ferran Torres. Clutch goals after clutch goals. The Tiburon is smelling the blood and smelling the blood of getting goals. That first half of football, I don't know what you want to say, people. I thought it was so much fun to watch, just entertainment-wise. We were just thrilled by it. So then I thought, okay, how will the second half go down? How will Inter and Barca respond? I think then Inter in the second half, they kind of slowed down the pace a bit more, much better defensively, especially down that left side, because Lamine Yamal didn't have the same impact in the second half. So once Barca eliminated that, once Inter eliminated that, Inter then looked very good on the counterattack, especially, everything was going down the right side. Everything was through Bishek, Barella, and Dumfries. Every single movement from Inter was beautiful to watch. The one-touch football, Barella comfortable in possession. They created a couple good opportunities. And then, once again, a set-piece goal is the defining moment for Inter. Dumfries, corner, just bully balls over Dani Olmo. 3-2. Rafinha. He wasn't having a good game. We can be honest. He was not having a good game. But heck, when your team needs you most, he steps up. Obviously, it's own goal by Jan Sommer. But the shot from Rafinha was crazy. Just the one-timer to have that much velocity on it. That's the reason why it went in. Maybe if it was like a slow roller, it wasn't going to go in. So great shot from Rafinha. I think this is absurd, by the way. Let's just look at this, people. Let's look at this. This is just we got to change this, though. I don't hate Barca or anything, but this offside rule needs to stop. Look at this. How is it? By a pubic hair, he's offside. A pubic hair. Things need to change with this offside rule. Granted, it's the letter of the law. If he's offside, he's offside, but we got to give some benefit to the forwards. I think we really got to give some benefit to the forwards. Offside by a toenail, stays 3-3. Nothing, no real chances, I thought, in the last 30 minutes. Who is more happy, people? Let me know your thoughts. Who is more happy with this result? Because it can go both ways. If you're Barca, you were 2-0 down in the game. You were 3-2 down in the game, but you got back into the matchup. You got the goals. You got it to 2-2. You got it to 3-3. So if you're Barca, they've just been this sort of team. Okay, if we did a ranking, by the way, I'll go back to more of analysis. If we go to a top 5 ranking of 5 best games this season, do Barca have 4 of them? Like, do Barca have 4 of the top 5 best games this season? Barca Atleti, Barca Benfica, Barca Inter. I would throw in the Barca Celta Vigo from a couple weeks ago, and then Lyon Manchester United. Actually, never mind. There was Inter Juventus. So Inter and Barca probably have 5 to 7 of the top 10 best games this year. These two teams. Unbelievable. So yeah, I think this game, would I say is the game of the season? No. Maybe I would. What would put a 1 if you agree? Put a 1 if you think this is the best game of the season. Put a 2 if you disagree. You could probably say Barca Benfica was pretty absurd. It is pretty absurd. I don't know how Barca fans are doing right now. How do you guys deal with this situation? Do you just take melatonin or something to just calm yourself? Like, you have to drink or take some medication if you're a Barca fan right now, because you know you're going to get goals. But it's a matter of, are we going to be the victory or are we going to be the losers in this matchup? That's just the way Barca are playing under Hansi Flick. It's beautiful to watch as a neutral, but it must be sometimes just so frustrating. The type of goals they concede, and also just the firepower that they have at their disposal. Whereas for Inter, you're 2-0 up. You're 2-0 up if you're Inter. You got to just be better defensively. But there's nothing you can do on the Lamine Yamal goal. There's no defense and keeper that is stopping that. The Ferran Torres goal should be doing better. And then the Rafinha goal, I mean, it's just unlucky for Inter, really. It goes off the back of Jan Sommer and goes into the back of the net. So I think for 2 of the 3 goals, there's nothing Inter defensively could have done. It's just the absurd quality that this Barca team has. Oh my, I mean, just what a game of football, people. Just these sort of moments we cherish. We seriously cherish when we just see epic of like drama. And we got the drama right here. Let me just see what you guys are saying before we go there. So some of you said it was the best game of the season. Some of you didn't really say it. Fair enough. Michael, this is why football is the best. Inter went from losing 3-0 to Milan to almost beating Barcelona away. Yeah, that's why I don't care what happens in the league. Milan somehow are a bogey team for Inter this year. I knew Inter were going to show up today. I just knew it. I didn't want to say it out loud. I didn't want to say it. I was a little bit worried for Inter, but I knew they would show up. They did show up today, though. Inter will win the second game and go through like last time. Big up, Carcas. Yo, Michael, how's it going? Been a while? Hey, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. What up, Edu? Edu, how have you been, bro? I haven't seen you for a while. If Balde is back for the second leg, I'm confident. If he's not, as a Barca fan, I'm worried. Inzaghi is bad for the league and good for the UCL. Serious. I mean, not even a baller. Serious generational career going on here. We're going to that stage right now. Barca is still in the game and they could end the game as well. Yeah, agreed. I have no doubt that Barca will go through. I do feel Barca were fatigued in the second half and they showed. Mike, did you change your setup? No, I'm just on holiday. That's why. I'm just on holiday. Maradona scored the hand of God. Rodri, the hand of Rod. Fine margins and semantics happen in football, I guess. They do. Barca is much watched football this season. Got to get my blood pressure checked out every game. Yeah, you do if you're especially. Lyon game was better. Maybe drama-wise, yeah. Drama-wise, possibly you could say that. Taremi will score a hat-trick in the second leg. If Taremi scores a hat-trick in the second leg of this tie, I will dye my hair the same color as Lamine Yamal. I will go blonde. There is no way Taremi is scoring. How many goals does Taremi have this year? I don't think he's got more than 3 goals this season. I think he's been really bad. I'm sorry to all my Iranians out there. I think Taremi has really struggled this year. Really struggled. And he should have been like the third choice, but it's like Arnautovic has taken his spot, really. He's got 3 goals this year in all competitions. Ain't no way Taremi's going to hat-trick. Journalist saying Kunde will miss. Oh, that's a big miss. That's a big miss. Mike, as a Barca fan, I do have blood pressure kit next to me. You got to get it, bro. Michael, remember people a few weeks ago tired saying football is dead. Ralph.
I have to to talk about facts because I think it's important.
We have to talk facts. The Premier League is ass. If we get Balde back for the second leg, it could be a game changer because we can go forward from both sides. Yeah, I think that's one thing that was really hurting Barcelona today. The inability to go down the left side. And you could, and I know people want to crucify Rafinha. Oh my God, this guy's supposed to win the Ballon d'Or. He's a horrible footballer. He had literally no options going forward because Balde would always be making that overlapping run. Rafinha is not Lamine Yamal. Rafinha is not going to beat 2 or 3 defenders with his dribbling. He's not that sort of player. Combination play and being in the right spot at the right time. Without Balde, that's really hampering Rafinha's game. And we saw that. Balde is a key piece for this Barca team. Yera Martin is not Barca quality. He is not, but who is that right back from the back in the day for Barca? Like mid 2010s. Was it like Montoya or something? Might have been Montoya, something like that. Yera Martin just reminds me of that. Barca fans, let me know. Was it Montoya the right back or something like that? I can't remember his name. Alex Montoya? I want to say it was Alex Montoya. That's what Yera Martin reminds me of. Decent footballer. Decent. But nothing crazy. He's never going to be Alejandro Balde. He won't be. Could he be the greatest Spanish player of all time? Oh, okay, we'll talk about that. Yeah, I'm nervous, bro. Mike, I've been busy with school. Good. Yeah, you gotta tune into this, buddy. Balde is going to be massive. Yeah. So I think we got to take a couple minutes though to talk about Lamine Yamal, people. Let me just take a drink. Remember to hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Oh, we're almost calamity here. There we go. You people know, if you've been subscribed to this channel for a long time, I am not reactionary. I don't say get rid of this fraud. I don't say this player is awful, except for Dembele in the World Cup final, and I'm definitely eating my words for that. Lamine Yamal is the greatest teenager we have ever seen in football. He is the greatest teenager. I know Pele won the World Cup. I get it. Pele won the World Cup. I wasn't able to see Pele. Okay? So in my lifetime, this is the greatest teenager we've ever seen. The way he just makes the game look so easy. If you played football, people, and especially if you're a fullback, you just know when you're watching Yamal on the TV, you're like, DiMarco, RIP. Because there is just nothing DiMarco could do. There is not. I would love to see the battle between Nuno Mendes and Yamal. I mean, that would just feed families over and over again. But Yamal is just special. We are just seeing such a talent that we don't regularly see, people. I honestly thought when Messi, and I don't want to go crazy that far, right? But when Messi and Ronaldo are now at the end of their careers, I thought, damn, I don't know when we're going to see a great generational talent again. Because it's like this sort of thing in football, in the entire history of football. You had the 50s and 60s, you had an amazing Pele. The 80s, dominated by Maradona. Then you had obviously the late 90s, early 2000s, you had the Zidans, the R9s, and these sort of players. Then you obviously had Messi and Cristiano dominating football for 10 to 15 years. I thought it might be about 10 to 15 years until we see one of the greatest talents ever again in football. Bro, we got Yamal already, people. You're lucky. If you're young, you don't have to wait so long to see another generational talent. Because Yamal said, I don't care about the stats. That's not me. That's for all the foot mob, the Sofa Score, all the YouTube channels that just look at Sofa Score ratings and stats and say, oh, maybe he's a good player. Eyes, people. Yamal is that sort of player. Doesn't care about stats. He even says it himself. I'm not here to get all the goals and the assists. There's something about that mentality I just love. I love it. Yamal is special. There is no other way. But you know he's special because he's not doing this against Huesca. He's not doing this against Malaga or Eibar. He's doing this against France in the semifinals. Zidane always had some seasons where he wasn't the best, right? Because some people, maybe they didn't watch Zidane. Zidane was not always the greatest, but he always showed up in those big moments. Champions League final, World Cup finals, World Cups. Zidane was always there. Euros, Euro 2000, the best tournament from Zidane. He would always show up in those big moments. Lamine might be like that, guys. He might not get like 30 goals a season. He might not get 20 assists a season. But when those big moments show up, you know which guy to choose. Yamal. Always Yamal. And he's showing it over and over again. And as football fans, we just have to admire that a 17-year-old is a top 3 player in the world. And there's no shame in saying that. LeBron was amazing at 19, 20 years old. Patrick Mahomes was amazing at 22, 23. Sometimes the best talents turn out to be the best player like that. Maybe it's the case with Yamal because he is just showing up. I mean, that first half, he was one of the best halves of football I've seen from a player in a long time. He was unplayable. Second half, I don't know if it's fatigue. I don't know if maybe Inter were just like, okay, guys. Yeah, we cannot allow him to do what he was doing in the first half. Wow, unbelievable. I think Yera Martin is not enough to handle right back. Better Hector Fort. Yeah, why doesn't Hector Fort get some opportunities, by the way? What if you're a Barca fan, why doesn't Hector Fort get opportunities? Let's see what else. Martin Montoya. That's the guy, yeah. Big up Joshua, how you doing? Big up YG. Darkusi, thoughts on Taremi from my Iranian fans? Darkusi, I'm going to make a video about the top 10 worst transfers this season. Taremi might be up there. I mean, Taremi just looks like a fish out of water. He looks like a polar bear in the Saharan desert. Taremi is just not cut for this level. Awesome player. I love Taremi, but man, he has not been good this season. He's not been good. We cannot lie, people. He hasn't been good. Big up HR, how you doing? Yamal haters were yapping when he went a couple months without scoring. Yamal is the anti-stat player. Last time I remember someone like that I've seen is Dino. Oof. Oof. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, Balde is a big plus. You still have Inter advancing. Well, I'm not going to go away from it. So yeah, I would like, if you take away the context of the game, you didn't watch the game. You said, Michael, it finished 3-3 between Inter and Barcelona at the Montjuic. You say Inter. You should be happy. Next week at the San Siro, Inter can do it. Inter can do it, guys. So I would say, yeah, I still have Inter advancing. But Lautaro going down injured, that's not good. If Lautaro is injured and you're going to have to rely on that, I feel like if Lautaro cannot play next week, I feel Inzaghi will go with Arnautovic and Thuram because Arnautovic can kind of drop deep and link up the play kind of like a Lautaro. Then you obviously have Thuram making those runs in behind. DiMarco has to play a lot better, though. I don't care about defensively. Going forward, he has to do a lot better, DiMarco. So yeah, I would still have Inter advancing. I can't lie. I think a lot of people don't give enough credit for the performance they put in today. I thought they put in a masterclass considering how much constant pressure Barca put on them. Credit to Inter, yeah, 100%. Because people, and you know, Barca fans were like, yeah, guys, 5-1, 4-1, Inter. They've lost 3 games in a row. They lost to Milan, who are 9th place in the Coppa Italia. They lost to Bologna. They lost to AS Roma. I had a feeling that Barca were going to win today, and maybe Inter would overturn the tie at the San Siro. But I knew Inter players and Inzaghi were not going to just lay down and say, here, Barca, just have to win. Advance to the final in Munich. No. These Inter players and Inzaghi want this UCL badly, people. Badly, because they know this is an opportunity. Madrid are not that team right now. Man City are struggling. We beat Bayern Munich. Inter can smell the UCL title. And I knew they were going to show up today. Man, I think they got some respect, though, from neutrals. Even though they were under constant pressure, because that's the way Barca are going to play their game. Inter had their chances, people. They did. Yeah, he's gone. Loki, he has 0 chem with the team and stats. I get you. Yeah, it's just, it's not looking good for him. Speaking of NFL players, as a Venezuelan American, I'm sad after the USMNT has been a disappointment, but at least Venezuela give me a lot of hope. Hey, at least Venetinto better qualify, though. Venetinto better qualify. 2-1 Inter at the San Siro. As a Milan fan, I have a feeling. So who do you people have going through? Who do you have going through, people? Do you have Inter or Barca? Like, who feels more confident? Who do you think can play a better game? I feel like Inter can play still better. I think Barca, without Lewandowski, even though Ferran, I think he's doing his job. I think Lewandowski is still a big. If Balde can play full 90 minutes, also a big plus. Big plus. But maybe it's just so tantalizing, people. It's so tantalizing. Oh, I cannot. Next Tuesday, and I think I got a flight at the same time. So I'm going to pay the Wi-Fi on Lufthansa. Lufthansa, you better have it cheap. I'll be watching the game, people. There will not be an immediate match reaction. That San Siro crowd, that tifo will be 100 times better than the garbage we saw at the Emirates yesterday. The atmosphere, the occasion, who will rise? I know one player that will show up, Yamal. Who will be the other player? Will Dumfries have another insane game? I feel like Bastoni could be better with the ball at his feet, linking up play, because he always wants to go forward, Bastoni. Bastoni has to play better. Bishek, I think Bishek did his best. Bishek has been struggling a lot recently. But again, I'll say it, people. 2 of the goals that Inter conceded, there's nothing they could have done about it. That's just individual quality. Whereas the goals that Inter scored, they could maybe punish Barca even more. Who was your MVP today, by the way? Who was your MVP? Let me know your thoughts. Who was your MVP today? We're going to go live for about 10 more minutes. So if you could kindly hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around. Man, I've been talking a lot. I'm out of breath. Altitude, people. Altitude is crazy. Nuno Mendes, Yamal would be fire. Yep. I can't lie. I think Barca will find a way to go through. Barca, Inter, Barca. Ooh, I really wish Barca didn't go 1-0 down so early. It killed the vibe for me, man. Bro, you still... Barca still got the game back. Even though Barca were 2-0 down, they got momentum. They got it back to 2-2, and they played a great game, I thought. San Siro as a stadium is a different beast. It is a different beast. Montjuic, by the way, just if anybody has been to the Montjuic, I've been there now 4 times this season, I want to say. Just footballing wise, there's just no atmosphere, just no intimidation. San Siro, goosebumps. When you hear that Champions League anthem and the entire crowd says "Champions," and then the Inter Ultras are singing. Next Tuesday is going to be cinema, people. I got Barca, to be honest. It's going to be different. Dumfries, MVP. Barca has too many weapons. Yamal is my MVP. The guy's just a game changer. So, actually, I'm not usually into stats, but let's look at this. Oh, wow. Barca had 1.39 XG, 0.91 for Inter, 72% ball possession for Barcelona compared to 28. Shots, big chances, by the way. 2 for Inter, 1 for Barcelona. What was the big chance for Barca? Was it the Ferran Torres when he was at the edge of the box from the Yamal pass? Possibly that one. Would Haaland and Sorloth miss the Italy game in June because of the Club World Cup? No. It will not. The Club World Cup won't affect the international break. I will know for sure San Siro won't have a gun as. Why do you're mad for that, bro? We can't do that.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
You can't do that to the Arsenal fans. So, wow. I mean, what a game of football, people. What a game of football. We got fully entertained. Our bellies are nicely full. And now we can hopefully watch the Lakers go home tonight. Let's hopefully get that. Chuck saying Barcelona will get it. They'll be prepared. I'm so fascinated on what's going to happen this weekend. Inter, I feel like Inzaghi is just going to rest the entire 11. He now realizes Barcelona are vulnerable. They're not they're an amazing team that will score goals, but you can get at them defensively. They're not the best defensively. Now, is the left side of Barca an issue? I would say, and that's why Yera Martin got subbed off, and Inigo Martinez was brought into the game to deal with the physicality of a Dumfries. Barca, I think they're playing Valladolid, right, people? I think they're playing Valladolid. If I'm Hansi Flick, bring in Ansu Fati, bring in Christensen, put in Fermin Lopez, start Gavi, just start the B squad. Do not play Lamine Yamal, okay? Don't play Lamine Yamal. Rest him, rest Pedri, because these players, you can tell, physically they are done. They've played the Copa del Rey, extra time. They had obviously last week. What was last week? They had a game last week. Was it the Celta game or some other game? So you can tell that both of these teams, they're tired. Interesting to see what they do because they both got to win their league game because they're both in the league title race. Oh, wow. So many fascinating subplots going on here. When you think about it, Inter have the most experience out of any of the teams left. Yeah, they do. I mean, the average age of the team is what? 31 years old? So they got the experience. So if I'm Inzaghi, you're going to play the likes of Carlos Augusto. You're going to play De Vrij. You're going to play Arnautovic, Correa, Zielinski, Zalewski. You're going to play all of these players against Verona. Just rest. Both of these managers, listen to your fans. They want to win the UCL. Of course, Barca want to win La Liga. But Inter and Barca, if you told their fans, what would you guys rather have? UCL. Barca, it's been 10 years. Inter, it's been 15. Come on. Do what's right, managers. Do what's right. Dani Olmo was kind of disappointing. Hate to say it, but he's better as a sub. I think that's a bit reactionary, Tribal. I would agree that Dani Olmo was a bit of a disappointment, but you know why? I mean, the way that Inter just completely collapsed the midfield. Every time Barcelona got the ball in the midfield, Inter just forced them out wide. And it's just about, okay, how do Barca then break down Inter defensively? I think Dani Olmo will have a better game, though, next week. I think he will step up. Lamine the dream, man. Lamine the dream. They need to be more focused on corners and set pieces. Otherwise, they are a better team overall. I think Inter should have kept more possession when taking the lead, slow the game down, and not defend so deep. Inzaghi will make changes. Flick won't, in my opinion. That's a very interesting point, SSB. I feel like Inzaghi tactically and maybe lineup-wise will change. Where Hansi Flick, same. Control C, Control V. And I feel like Inter, they can improve. Can Barca get to that next ceiling, though? Can they defend better? I believe they can. The performance that Barca desperately need is that away performance they had against Atleti in the Copa del Rey. Copa del Rey second leg, where they won 1-0. That's exactly the same performance they need away at the San Siro. What's going to happen, people? Would you say that's like a top 5 UCL game you've ever seen? Put a 1 if you agree. Put a 2 if you disagree. I agree, Mike. He should rest the entire squad. Yeah, both teams should. In the second leg, Inter will defend more compact, and Barca won't have as many chances compared to this game. Tighter, cagey match, in my opinion. Well, if there's an early goal like today, then the complexion of the game will completely change. It will completely change. So we can all predict, okay, Inter will do this. Barca will do that. Oh, yes. When a goal happens early on in the match, tactics go out of the way. It's all about momentum. In the UCL, it's always about the fine margins. So, wow. What's a game of football, people? All right, I think I gotta head out of here, people. Oh, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're watching on replay, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. No Europa League reaction tomorrow. I think I'll try and get it out on Friday. If not, there will not be a reaction. So please, Athletic Club, please, Bodo Glimt, save football. Save football, please. As an Arsenal fan, are we cooked? No, you're not cooked. I still think Arsenal got a chance. There's only one. That's the best thing. Both of these semifinal games, everything's up for grab, people. It's not like when Barca or Bayern Munich, they destroyed each other 3-0, 4-0, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe something could happen here. This is not the Barca team from 2019 to 2017 where they would collapse. No. The semifinals, the second leg, I feel like they're going to be better than the first leg. And these two games, we can't lie, people. They were both really high quality of football. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Who is your man of the match? Who do you think will now advance from the second leg to Munich? Will it be Inter? Will it be Barca? And I will catch you all next week for more reactions. I cannot wait. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Remember to follow me on all the socials. Instagram, Twitter. Join the Discord. I saw the Discord was hot tonight, people. So shout out to all my Discord members. I will catch you all next time. Adios, and have a beautiful day.